We are becoming the strongest buying power in this nation. We are the strongest community. Let's stick together. Let's continue to ideate, continue to build businesses, support each other, speak up when you need to speak up, and stand up for the people who can't stand up for themselves.
What's good, familia? Welcome to Hella Latina podcast, where I hand the mic back to people, the first gens, the immigrants, the Latinos, the brown people, because if we don't tell our story, who will?
These last few days, I've been like hella looking you up because as a host, you do a lot of research, right? Like, what does this person do? And like, it's funny saying like you used to overthink because I feel like everything in your trajectory has been you trusting yourself. At least that's what I am seeing from like a bird's eye view.
Yeah. I think I've been the type of person that I run towards what I'm scared of.
Has that always been a thing?
Yeah. Yeah. So
say more.
Desde niño, si tenía miedo de brincar de cualquier cosa, el diving board, lo que sea, I'm like, whatever, let's just do it. Like,
really? Count
to 3 and just make it happen. Whatever happens after that, we'll deal with that, you know, whenever it comes. Yeah.
So you weren't overthinking, or is that something that just came later in life?
I think so. I overthink when I have too much time. Like when I have time to think about something is when I hinder myself dang near because I stress about it. And stressing is what is the bad part. That's what's not. I'm not good at that because I'm like, okay, then I'm thinking about it too much and I make things up rather than just like letting life
just
happen. Yeah,
yeah,
existing. Just letting whatever's supposed to happen.
Okay, I want to go back.
Okay.
So tell me how you identify and why, and then I want you to paint the picture of like you growing up as a kid.
I identify as a Salvadoreño, male.
Period. Central Americans,
we out here repping.
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah.
We have to.
Both of us.
Been super proud of where I'm from since I was a kid, because I was raised by my great grandma. So she was always talking to me about la colonia. Sus hermanos, la vida que tenía ya ella en Chalatenango, la Reeducación 1.
Say that again?
So Chalatenango. So that's actually borders Honduras.
Really?
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. And
okay.
I've just recently learned that like the reason why there's like lighter complexion, I guess, and why my eyes are green or whatever is because like the Europeans were sent over there by Guatemala and so they mixed them with the indigenous and like all that stuff happened. I'm just learning about
in your
it.
Colonia?
In Chalatenango.
Oh,
like
wow.
that state, you could call it.
Oh, okay.
Departamento, because they're known as like cheles or whatever they call it.
Yes.
Like,
okay.
so,
Salvadorans and Hondurans have a lot in common, like our language, our foods. So we used to say chele all the time.
The accent's a little
even
bit.
The accent, yeah.
So going back to my great grandma, she would always just tell me about, you know, her upbringing and her life and what it was like, and I felt in a way that like I knew, you know, I was there. Like I could visualize it, I could picture it without actually ever had visited. My first time visiting El Salvador was like I was 8 years old, I think, 7 or 8.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I identify as a Salvadorian. Got it tatted on me.
It's like I'm dead ass.
Yeah. You know, and I think it's almost like a badge of honor. The country's gone through a lot, and you know, I feel like finally we're able to
have a little bit of tranquilidad.
Yeah.
I love that you had your grandma there because I feel like our grandparents or our parents are like a museum of our own histories that we don't always get access to. And she was just open about where you guys come from?
Yeah, I mean,
or did you ask questions?
Yeah, so I ask a lot of questions naturally.
Yeah.
I'm just a curious person. But yeah, she would just tell me about her siblings. I would ask her how she met so this is my great grandma. I would ask her how she met my grandma's father.
Oh.
And that's a whole novella in itself.
Oh, like I'm ready. I love the tea.
Crazy novella. Oh my! I don't even have time. I'm gonna give you the little spark notes though. Well, basically, she started working for his family when she was like 15 years old.
Oh wow!
And I guess he was a little bit older. Typical novella
Very
story.
Typical.
He came from money. Obviously, she didn't. She was like the working class.
Oh wow!
Ended up like falling in love or whatever.
Wow.
Didn't have kids until she was like 30 years old, I think.
Oh, wow.
She had my grandma.
Okay.
And then she had my tío. I call him my tío, but my grandma's brother.
Wow.
But yeah, that didn't work out. He ended up marrying somebody else, and she was forced to be a single mom. So,
bless her.
It's crazy. But I also say that because I have a lot of strong women in my lineage.
Yeah.
Right? And these have been my examples.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be a representation of a strong male. So
shout out. I wanna go back to where did the immigration story start from El Salvador over here? Why did they move? If you know that story.
Yeah. My grandma was pregnant with my mom at 15 years old.
That's so young.
Super young.
Yeah.
She had her out there, and then after a few years, she had my aunt, and basically she wasn't having a lifestyle. She's like, I need to do better for myself. I need to find something better. So she came over here. So my grandma was the first person to
your abuelita.
Yeah.
And is it because of what was happening in El Salvador at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Civil War had just started.
Yeah. Do you know that history? Can I ask you to be a little historian right now and give like a little bit of a recap of what's happened in El Salvador?
Okay, basically from what I know, there was a padre, and I guess he was very vocal about the people and like the resources that they needed, and like he was always for them and stuff. He was looked at as like an idol to a certain group of people. Then they organized, they formed La Guerrilla, and then they rebelled pretty much against the government. And then that's where the Civil War started, right? Which La Guerrilla was like all over like jungle, you would call it.
Yeah.
And then it was crazy.
A lot of violence.
Because they were recruiting kids very young, you know, from ages 8 and up, really.
Wow.
So my parents lived through that, watching people get killed in front of them. A lot of violence. But so that's when my grandma was like, all right, we gotta go. I need to find something better for my kids and for myself and everyone. So she was the first one to come out here.
Man.
And then after a few years working, then she was able to afford to, bring my great grandma and, her 2 daughters, which my mom and my aunt.
Oh, so all women, you surrounded.
I'm saying.
I always give thanks, le doy gracias a Dios that I grew up with Central American women, because Central American women be like tough. Hustlers, because my mom came too when she had like 5 kids. She was pregnant and she was just like, I'm gonna go by herself.
Yep.
And like, I'm gonna go to the States, I'm gonna build a new life. And I'm like, there's a fearlessness to Central American women.
Real.
So you were around all that.
Man, around the good and the bad.
Yeah. We won't talk about the bad.
No. So I mean, it's beautiful though, honestly. And I think it comes from, that resilience that fiery people. We have fire inside. We have volcanoes all over us. So so it's like, I think
it's ancestral.
They're gonna make it happen.
It really is.
Real.
I want to ask you about you growing up. Like, paint the picture for us, because you grew up in Pomona.
Yeah.
Not me knowing all this information about you, but you growing up in Pomona. Like, tell me about what that looked like. Like, when did you know? Oh, I'm first gen, or like, oh, that's it. I had me a different experience.
Man, so when my grandma first got here, she got to, I think it was like MacArthur Park. That area out there, and obviously it's a lot of Central Americans out there, Latinos in general, and then she found a partner, right? She's still married to this day. Made it happen. It worked, hustled. They got a little spot in Compton. That's where they had my aunt, and then from Compton, then they went to La Puente, which is further east, and then eventually, working hard, saving up the pennies or whatever, and getting a spot in Pomona, which is a little nicer neighborhood area. And then by that time my mom was around, my aunt was around, and I grew up in a household. I think in total there was about 8 people in there.
Yeah.
Sounds
about right.
So aunts, grandmas, great grandma in there, just cousins everywhere. Just a crazy environment, really.
Yeah.
When did I find out I was first gen? When for one, Spanish is my first language.
Yeah.
So going to preschool, that was like, okay, bet. Like,
yeah.
What are y'all talking?
You said bet?
Preschool? I'm like,
bet.
What are you guys?
Yeah.
¿Cómo se comunican acá? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And it was funny because I would ask like my peers or my classmates, like, yo, how do you say this? Like, I don't know how to say this. Like,
were they all Spanish speakers in school?
There was a few of them.
Okay.
But it was like, it was mixed.
But it wasn't like predominant.
Typical Cali school, just a bunch of, everybody's just in there.
Yeah.
But there was a couple. And there was one that, for whatever reason, shout out to Giselle. I don't know. I trusted her. And I asked her, I'm like, yo, how do you say semen? ¿Cómo se dice carro? ¿Cómo se dice esto? And then she would tell me, she's like, oh, movies. I'm like, oh, okay, bet. So I was able to communicate.
Wow.
By the time I got to first grade, I felt a little more comfortable. But I was still taking those classes. They had to pull me out like in the middle of the day.
Oh my
like,
God, that was the worst. I mean, it was the best and the worst. Because I'm like, I don't want to be in this class.
Yeah,
but you know,
yeah,
it was also like,
exactly.
You know,
and
they would never say my name right. I'm like, you're Latina. Say my name right. They would say Odalys. Odalys. I'm like, Odalys. And then that's when I started going by Jasmine. I was
my
like,
name is look, my name is B0ryan. Spelled the
which
traditional.
Which is so Central American.
Crazy.
B0ryan is the most Central American name.
My pops spelled it in the most Latino way possible.
How?
B-R-A-Y-A-N. But when I got to school,
Brian.
they switched my name up.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, and I didn't even realize until I looked at my Social Security when I was getting my license. So I realized all this now that they were like,
you're really Brian.
Chipping away, exactly. They were chipping away all the Latino and stuff.
Yeah,
so I'm like, okay, bet. So yeah, so again, going back to like getting pulled out of class in the middle of the day and like going to speech therapy or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm not even like that. Like I got this. You guys are tripping. Like, what are you over here? So I started like giving, I started popping back. Like, man, I'm good. Like I don't need none of that. And yeah, I didn't like the different treatment.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I was the school that I was going to, the elementary school I was going to at the time. It was a little bit nicer, a little nicer neighborhood. So yeah, I'll try to go play with, classmates or whatever. Knock on the door like, hey, can James come out and play? Parents are like, nah, he's busy.
Oh wow.
Can't play right now. So I'm like, all right, bet. So it was just.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay. I'm getting looked at a little different.
Right.
Great grandma picking me up from school. She's picking up cans.
Yo.
And I started getting clowned on because of that.
The cans.
Yeah. So
that was childhood.
Like, man, you feel me?
Childhood.
So oh, bet. And again, I'm a curious kid. I'm very observant, so I'm picking up on all this. I'm like, okay, bet. I'm a little different.
But you were okay with that?
Cool with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew when I tapped back in with my cousins, it was vibes.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are weird.
So, no, truly. Yeah. And it's like that cognitive dissonance of like being in two worlds, right? Where it's like, I don't belong in either space. I'm kind of in the middle.
Exactly.
And that's why your cousins understand you because they're in the middle too.
Yep.
And it's so, do you feel that still now? Like when you go back to family or when you're around family, do you still feel that kind of in between?
I mean, it's weird because you're almost forced to adapt, right, to the American culture.
Right.
Right. Being first gen is very interesting because you have this very Latino experience that you got going on at home, and these problems are very unique to you, to this demographic.
Yeah.
But then you go to school, and now you're being put on different things. Like I didn't know what football was. Ironically enough, I didn't know what American football was.
Yeah, I was gonna get there. Great segue.
Then I started playing football at school, like during recess, after school with friends.
When did it come into your life? Middle school?
Like 12 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so right before middle school. And then my friends are looking at me. I hit a little growth spurt or whatever, and they're looking at me, and they're like, yo, you got to play football. And I'm like, well, what is that? Like, I don't even know what that is.
Wow.
I think I watched my first Super Bowl that year, too.
Were you playing soccer, or were you playing any sports?
I played soccer, but I was trash.
Really?
Yeah, I was so
like, está muy grande.
No, pues sí, me tenían de portero.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Man, I was terrible. And I was getting like 5 goals scored on me. I'm like, man, I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
Like, sácame ahorita, ya
yeah.
estuvo.
Yeah.
So I disappointed my pops there.
No,
man.
And then you started playing football.
Yeah, and then I'm like, all right, see?
Okay.
It's more my thing right here, bro.
Yeah.
And he was, just.
So it comes into your life at 12 years old, and then you just go fully into it. Because then you played D1, and then you went pro. I want to talk about that journey.
Yeah, so, okay, bet you did do your research.
I did.
I like that. Yeah, so I started playing at 12 years old, signed up for Pop Warner, and then I guess I was good.
I was good.
And I had a coach who was like, yo, you keep working at this, you might be able to take it somewhere. And that was actually the first time I ever thought about, like, college. Because I remember being in class at, like, 2nd grade or 3rd grade or whatever. Actually, you know what? It might have been, like, 1st grade. And one of my teachers said, this is the first day of school. You only have X amount of days left now. And, like, trying to crack a joke or whatever. And then she said, then you're going to and then you have this amount of days and years until you graduate from high school, and then you have college. I'm like, bro, I ain't going to college, man. Like, I don't want to do that.
Oh, you didn't want to go?
Nah.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't even know what it was really. I'm just like, school? No, I'm cool off that.
Yeah.
But because of football and I guess this coach believing in me and like, you know, giving me something to aspire to look forward to.
Man, it's always the one person that just like plants the seed in you and
Real
you're just
talk.
like, you know, okay, maybe I do got something.
Facts.
Did you love it? Like, what was it about football that just got you invested?
I think it's because I was good at it.
Wow, just naturally.
And I think
hair
it
flip.
was,
She's good at it.
It was like, era mi primera vez que me sentía como que, okay, bet, like I belong here. You know, because mind you, I'm living in a crazy ass house, full of love, obviously, full of like everything.
Una locura, siempre. Yeah, I get it.
Entonces, it's like a lot. So I'm like, okay, bet. I'm trying to find my space in here. Where do I fit in? You know, and and then so football was just kind of one of those things where I'm like, okay, bet I'm solid at this. Like they're telling me I'm good. I feel like I'm good. Like I'm doing my assignment. I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, bet. Like maybe this is something I can use to help me out.
So you went to college.
All right, y'all, we're going to take a quick break because support your girl if you want to keep listening to these conversations. I have shirts, Hella Latina, Hella Brown hats, Hella Brown anything that you want, and also have Hella Brown, Hella Worthy candles. 50% of the proceeds go to Chirla, an immigration rights organization.
So I ended up going to college.
Yeah, and you got it. And then you studied criminal justice.
I did. Dang, yeah.
I know too much. I know.
Sheesh.
But why criminal
scary.
justice? That was the part that was interesting because I'm like,
how deep are you trying to get? Oh my God. Okay.
oh, he doesn't know the podcast.
Okay,
he don't know. He don't know. We go deep here.
Okay, so keeping it a buck. When I was 14, it was my freshman year in high school. I got in trouble, and then I like ended up catching a little case or whatever. So I got put on probation, because I was playing football, but I was still running around, just
Viviendo la vida loca.
Pues sí, just being a young wild dude, you know, being around people, just trying to, you know, find anything to get into or whatever.
I get it.
Got a little probation or whatever for a few years, and my mom had already pulled me from the district I was currently at because I was fighting every day. A lot was going on at the time. You know, my mom had me at 16 years old. So I should probably start there.
Oh, yeah.
So grandma had her at 15. Mom had me at 16. That's why I was being raised with her in my grandma's household.
Wow.
So that's what I mean, too. Like, even trying to find something that was mine that I could hold on to and be like, okay. And I felt like football was probably the first thing where I can, you know, feel like it was I'm doing something good here. Like, this is mine. I can claim this.
Yeah.
So during that time from like 12 when I started middle school, I've always been taller. I've always looked older. So I feel like people were trying to test that a little bit.
Try and pull your card.
You feel me? So I'm like, okay, bet. Like don't play with me. I'm with it. Like, all right, for sure. So, you know, started getting in a lot of fights. Ended up getting in trouble all the time, getting sent home early from school and stuff. My mom was just sick of it because she's trying to, you know, work. And she has to come pick me up, you know, the middle of the day or whatever. So anyway, she pulls me from that school district, signs me up to another school district. Shout out to my boy Alex. He actually let me use his address. That's my
Always.
I call him my cousin. That's my bro.
Let's use your address. It's a real one.
Real one.
Shout out, Alex.
Real one. And I could play football out there too. So I'm like, I'm set.
So criminal justice because.
So that happened.
Yeah.
Got this.
How long were you on probation for?
Like 3 years.
Oh, okay.
So got in trouble.
Okay.
I told my mom, I'm like, all right, bet. I'm not gonna mess up anymore.
Yeah.
Just let me go back, you know, to where I'm supposed to be, and let's figure it out. So I did, and that's when I really started taking football more serious. And, So my intention was, all right, I'm gonna study criminal justice so I can help kids that were like me. And try and, like, you know, be a positive role model in their life.
Yeah.
So
that's so real.
That's why criminal justice.
You know, my brother had the same exact experience. And so I'm like, wow, I understand. Because he studied criminal justice for the same reason. We were all confused. We were like, why are you studying criminal justice?
Yeah.
Like, don't add to the system, you know?
Okay, so.
But he was trying to change it.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
I was trying to change it.
Yeah.
But then I realized, I'm like, sheesh, something happened to me. I'm telling you, this is like crazy. There's crazy
the
checkpoints
cheese is
throughout
good.
life.
I wish I had some tea. Oh, I do have tea.
I'm
Thanks,
going-
girl. Thanks, girl.
I'm out in Huntington Beach or whatever with my same dog, Alex, the one I told you about. Let me use his address.
Mm-hmm.
And then we end up getting in trouble.
This is older.
I wasn't even getting in trouble. Older. This is my
Okay.
going into my senior year in college, and there's something going on outside, a fight or whatever, and there's like they bring out the SWAT team, like the riot squad or whatever for the police department in Huntington
wow.
Beach.
Okay.
Huntington Beach.
Right.
You know what you can
Right.
expect out there.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, the guy was intimidated by us. We were exiting a bar, and he ended up like we were calling for backup. We got shot with rubber bullets and like beat with the nightsticks or batons or whatever they call them. So that flipped my whole thing. Because mind you, this is going into my last year. I'm about to graduate in criminal justice.
Yeah.
So this flipped the whole thing because we really didn't do anything. Like, we were just there. We just looked intimidating to the guy, I guess.
Wow.
So I'm like, all right, fuck this. Like, I'm not partaking in this shit.
No.
Like, this is what I'm supposed to trust. I'm supposed to be contributing to this bullshit. So at that time, I made a decision. I'm like, yo, fuck this. I'm getting my degree. My degree can do, I can do whatever with that.
Yeah.
Ended up, playing ball, finished off my senior year, graduated, tried out for a couple teams in the NFL, didn't work out, got hurt, ended up signing a contract to play in France for a year.
How did that happen? I have so many questions on that. Like, how did France happen?
So I had an agent at the time, and he was like, he kept sending me opportunities, and then this last one.
You had an agent in senior year of college?
Well, yeah. Because
was that a thing?
Well, I mean, it was like.
I don't know the football world.
He saw like potential in me, I guess. Like I had a little draft profile, whatever. Nothing crazy at all, but I mean, at least to give me an opportunity to get these shots.
Cool. Yeah.
So I went through the whole process. Didn't work out, and France was kind of like, yo, I mean, this is on the table. You can go out there, treat it as I don't know, an experience. You go out there, play ball, you're getting paid.
Such a first gen dream though. Like,
facts.
We don't get that. That's so dope.
I remember watching the World Cup in '98, and it was in France.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember seeing the Eiffel Tower and the Arc de Triomphe, and I told myself, man, one day I'm gonna be there. As a kid, mind you. And
little kid knew.
Nah, it's crazy.
That's wild. So you were there for a year.
I was there for a year.
Wow.
And then and then I made the decision to stop playing ball, focus on what's going on now.
Yeah.
And
so many questions. How did music and art, how did all of this come into your life? Is it happening at the same time as football? Did it happen after? Tell me all about it. Because you're wearing it right now.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I said pirate, and I was like, it's probably pirate. And I'm saying pirate. Is it pirate?
It's pirate.
Okay.
Yeah. But it comes
I like my Latina twist on it.
But I love that though, because it does come from Spanish.
Yeah. Oh, does it?
Yeah. So my grandma, I'm telling you, these women in my life.
Yeah.
Great grandma and grandma. Grandma always was the matriarch, the provider. So she brought me back to school shopping at Santee Alley Fashion District, which is crazy. Our office now is literally like a block away from Santee Alley. So
wow,
insane. I just reflect on that, and I'm like, damn, life is full circle. It's
always
it's wild. It's
always
wild
full
how
circle.
That works out.
Always.
But I was looking at some chains or something, or like some knockoff Air Forces, and she's like, "No, mijo, sos pirata." And I was like, "What? They look real." And she's like, "Yeah, but nah, they're fake." And I'm like, "Okay," but that's always like stuck with me. Yeah. Because I'm like, man, they out here hustling, like they're making something out of nothing. And when we were starting to brand, we had one name at first, and then we were like brainstorming, like, man, what can we really identify a brand with? Yeah. And I suggested Pirate. Also, we cracked the first Photoshop program from Pirate Bay, which was like a little hack. If we got in there, got the free program and all that. So it was just perfect. It was perfect timing, and the name is stuck. It worked.
When did it come? Like, when did it come to your life? Was it during college?
Okay, yeah. So when I was training for my pro day, and then like the NFL, I was training out here in California. and one of my boys had just graduated. Just one of my dogs, like one of my best friends or whatever. So I'm kind of bored. Like I can't go out really, you know, because I'm training.
Yeah.
And so I just hit him up and I'm like, hey, bro, you make beats? Like, what's up? Let me get on the beat. Like, I'm trying to just rap, you know, I don't know, just do something.
Have you always rapped?
I've always written for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, so shout out Pac, shout out M.
I just watched the Tupac docuseries, Dear Mama. Have you seen it?
Nah.
It's so good.
I've seen his movie.
It's so good.
And that biopic was kind of like, I don't know.
The docuseries is really good.
Okay,
anyway,
bet.
sorry. Continue. You've
in.
always written.
I've always written.
You've always been a poet?
I don't know. I don't know if I've always been a poet.
Like you're rapping in your head when you're writing.
To express something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I just, you know, I felt like that was a way for me to just get something off, get my thoughts off. Yeah. I used to draw a lot too, color. But I remember very vividly from Christmas, it might have been when I was 10 or 11, I asked my mom for a karaoke machine. And she got me that.
That's so cute.
So
that's my family's like thing. We be singing karaoke.
I low key feel like I might have seen that on your page.
Yeah, low key.
You stalked me, but I had to do my research.
You know, we love our karaoke.
Facts.
Singing Luis Miguel.
Facts.
But you asked for because you wanted.
That's how I bonded my dad, honestly.
Really?
Facts.
Karaoke?
Siempre.
Wow.
Un traguito y luego después ya
empezar a cantar. Yeah.
It's a vibe.
And that's what I found with your work is that everything is creative expression. Like you've always found a way to express yourself.
Yeah.
Did you feel like, okay, this is going deep, but did you feel like as a kid, did you have spaces to express yourself, or did you always like find other outlets? Because I think sometimes the most creative people come from like not being silenced, but you didn't always have like space to like exist in your creativity.
I've actually never even thought about it that way, but yeah, I guess in a way, you know, like I said, I could always like find my own voice or space, I guess, by like drawing or just completely tuning out and writing. You know, so I would always, and I was crazy on the computer too. Like I would always play like The Sims or Roller Coaster Tycoon or something, because I had control over that, and I could like build my own theme park and, you know, make these characters, you know, like build my own houses and make them do whatever, and you know, just like that type of thing. That's crazy. You're over here just analyzing me and like giving me therapy on camera. It's wild.
Welcome to the podcast.
Nah,
that's why I'm like, is he ready? I don't think he's ready.
Nah, but for real though, for real, that's dope. Yeah, I think that might have been.
Okay, so sorry, going back to the story, you called your homeboy.
So
you're like, hey, we can't go out, so let's kick it and let's start a brand.
I'm like, bro, what's up? Let's lab up. Let's do something.
Wow.
Let me get on the beat, for sure. So he pulled up with an interface and a mic. And it's funny because he had this like monster truck at the time, and he just pulled up, and I'm like, all right, bet. So we just, I don't know, I started just rapping, and we like, you know, we just like rapped in the whip and making beats, and like just because we're trying to find a space, mind you. He's at the crib, you know, I'm back at the crib, so it's like, you know, a lot going on at both of our houses. So the only quiet space that we could find was in a car. So that's, you know, we were like, all right, putting raps up. Eventually, that turned into, man, what do you want to do, bro? Man, I'm trying to make a shirt low key because I'm not paying no 100 whatever for, you know, the Supreme shirt, and I'm not, you know, like I'm broke, so I'm not doing that. Right. Let's just go make a shirt and let's get it done at the swap meet for like $20 max.
Yo, the swap meet, he said, let's go to the hood.
Come on, what? Pro Club is $5. The screen print at the
Literally.
time, DTG probably like 15 or something. So yeah, 20, $30.
I did, LOL at the research. I did see a video of you talking about how you wanted to have a brand because you felt like nothing was you. Like nothing was like feeling like you.
Yeah, I couldn't resonate with anything.
Yeah. What was it that you were trying to find, and what did you end up finding?
I was trying to find myself, really. Something that spoke to kids like me.
What do you mean by that, kids like you?
I'm not a skater. Yeah. I'm not a banger. Respect, you know, all my respects to anybody who's involved in that life or whatever. But it's just I'm not like that. So I'm like, all right, well, I still have a voice though. I still feel like I need to express myself. Maybe I'm too emotional. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the way for me to express myself is through art, and that comes from like. That's a form of therapy for me. Maybe other people feel that way. Maybe I can create art pieces and put them on shirts and people will relate to them. I don't know. But it wasn't always a clothing brand. So we went from like putting these designs on shirts to getting compliments on the shirts, not believing in it crazy enough to really push.
Oh, so you weren't
forward.
selling it; it was just for you guys.
It's for me.
It's for you.
It's for us. So putting that on shirts that we would rock everywhere, and it's just like, oh, that's dope, but no real brand name behind it. Then putting those creations on canvas pieces, and then going to art shows. Our very first art show was Exchange LA in like 2017, and that's where we came across these college kids from like San Diego State.
Shout
out to them. I hate that I forgot bro's name, but
we'll delete that part. Don't worry.
Yeah, but yeah, shout out to them. And they saw a hoodie. They saw a hoodie that we just kind of just threw up there with the canvas pieces. And then one of the dudes was like, all right, these canvas pieces are dope, but forget all that. Like, I'll give you $100 for the hoodie right now. And we kind of just looked at each other like, what? All right, bet. So ran it. He wore it the entire weekend. And that's kind of where we were like, okay, we got something
here.
Yeah.
Well, so I was looking at your brand, your Instagram page, and my best friend's husband follows you guys.
That's fire.
And I immediately called her. I was like, get Josh on the phone. I'm like, does he know about pirates? And he's like, oh, that's fire. Like, I bought some of their scarves. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, no, he loves your brand. And he's like, I've been a fan for a minute. Like, I love how they present things, like streetwear. So
super dope.
We got people. It was cool to hear it from him that he's been a fan for a minute because he knows the brand. He knows that, like, it's just a different style.
That's a vibe.
And he's an athlete too, former athlete, D1 athlete. So I feel like you have something, like you reach like a specific audience, and I think people resonate with it. And you're not even loud about it. It's just your existence on your page.
Yeah, and for a long time, I don't think we really even cared if people knew who was behind it.
Really?
Yeah. Because obviously I make music as well.
Yeah.
And like I've kept the two separate for those reasons, because like I don't need the validation from the brand to like as an ego boost to like for anything. Like again, it was like a creative expression. It resonates with people.
Yeah.
So I want that to be we all want that.
We all want that. My
partners and I, we want that to be its own thing. And I'm glad to hear people are liking it and resonating with it, honestly.
So you created this because you wanted to find yourself. Did you find yourself?
I think we find that version of ourselves, and then we just keep chipping away at, rediscovering who we are and like this new evolution, this new person. Because with every milestone, you get there and you're like, okay, now what else can I figure out?
Yeah.
And then you start getting new ideas and curious about other things in life. And So
you had this brand and you were also working full time.
Man, what? Oh, crazy. I can't even tell you how many jobs I've had,
really?
From then till now.
When did you decide, like, okay, ya basta, ya no quiero trabajar ahí?
2023.
Really? What was happening? What was happening in your life that you were like, bye?
Man. Okay, this is really a therapy session.
He wasn't ready.
You asked the right questions. I was in a relationship for like 5-6 years, and then I broke up with her, and that was like summer 20 or like I think it was summer 2022. So I'm like going through I'm like completing myself, hitting the gym,
back on it.
Got on my little therapy sessions. I need to figure out what's wrong with me, and so I was going through all that, and I think in December of 2022, I just was like, yo, I'm over this. Like, I don't care about this job at all. It was paying me well. Everybody could tell. I was talking about the brand more than I was and the music more than I was talking about anything that had to do with work.
Yeah.
People at my job started wearing the brand. So they're coming up to me just like chopping it up nonstop. So I became a little bit of a burden. I started taking up too much space with my job, and we just decided like, all right, I think it's time to move on. It was love, I still talk to the people that I worked with to this day.
Nice.
Yeah, and went full time creative. I had some money saved up.
What changed for you when you went full time? Did you notice any changes, either with yourself, with your business, like etc.? Yeah.
So, with myself first and foremost, I had to be extremely disciplined. Mm-hmm. Like everything was on me now. Like if I wasted a day. That's a day that's gone. I can never get back, you know. So I had to like figure out what schedule worked for me, and yeah, just figure out the little things out really. And then for the business, I don't know if it was the breakup. I don't know if it was deciding to go full time, because we at that same time, one of my partners moved from Baltimore because he quit his job and went full time with the brand.
Oh, wow.
We all just like, we're like, all right, bet. It just lined up perfectly. The stars aligned. Yeah. God's plan, however you want to look at it.
Period. Yeah.
You know, gracias a Dios, and it worked out. And you know, the brand did crazy that year, and then the following year, we built off that momentum and went even crazier. And now we're just continuing, to keep going and figuring out new opportunities, ways to keep it fresh. Yeah.
And music is happening around the same time? When is music starting to like...
So remember, music started before.
Yeah. Like in the car.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been in music for a minute.
Yeah. Same time. So around like 2015.
Were you always kind of in that world while you were building your brand and working?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So...
Was there a moment where you're like, oh, no, I need to take this seriously? This needs to be like...
The brand?
No, your music.
Yeah, so the pandemic kind of messed everything up, really, because everybody was inside.
Yeah.
It messed everything up in a sense of music, but the brand went crazy during the pandemic because everybody was inside.
Right.
So...
And they're ready to shop, get their boxes.
So again, going back to what we were talking about earlier, when you question things, when you're like, why is this happening? Like, I want this to, happen or whatever, try to strong arm the universe. The universe is going to be like, yo... Get out of here, bro.
Right. Right.
Sit back and pay attention.
I got it.
So so I was like, all right, bet. Don't go against the grain and just, ride it out. And that's what I did. I'm like, okay, for sure. This is what's going on in my life right now.
Yeah.
Ride the hot hand, and, that's able to provide and, allow me the time to make music and get to my highest creative level.
Yeah.
By just being honest. Because there's a lot of people who have spoken on this. When you're creating, you either create from an honest place or survival mode. Yeah. And I never want to create from survival mode again.
Yo.
I've been there before, but this shit is not
it's so different. I know what you're talking about because I've been there too. And it's like it's not fun anymore. It doesn't feel your spirit. And like, it's so real. It's so real.
You damn near start just saying yes to everything because you're like, yo, I got bills I need to pay.
Right.
How much you paying for this little music video?
It's tough. I mean, I always go here and... my people know, but capitalism is so hard to like be creative in a capitalist society because you got to pay bills, and the bills only go up and up and up and up, and like, God forbid if you're first gen, you take care of your parents or your mom or your abuelita, and so there's an added responsibility of a stability, and that's what our family wants for us. So how do you even balance that, the cultural expectations?
Well, I mean, when you come from immigrant parents,
they
don't really be believing in no art. They're
¿Cómo vas a hacer arte? ¿Vas a hacer música? ¿Cómo?
¿Usted se graduó en qué?
Yeah.
¿Y qué quiere hacer ahora? They're like, oh my God. But it's funny.
That doubt be motivation sometimes, though.
Huh?
That doubt be motivation. Like, ya vas a ver. No te preocupes.
Oh, top. Yeah, straight up. Yeah. And, maybe it's a character flaw. I don't know. But I do take things personal. I'm like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it happen now for that reason.
Yeah.
Kind of like Mike,
Period.
And I took that personally.
Yeah.
But my grandma was there because it wasn't glamorous. After football, didn't work out for me, not at the level that I expected to. Moving back from France, moved right back with grandma, and I was there for a year or two, and she saw the grind. She saw that I was going to work at a life insurance company at 7:50 in the morning, and then coming back at like 6 after sitting in traffic for an hour or 2 hours, going to the gym, showering. She already had that play un plato.
Shout out abuelita.
You feel me? Just I love her forever, all before that, but just off the fact that she was there and like really saw the grind, and then like getting back out the crib at 9:30 p.m. 10, not coming back till like 3-4 in the morning, and then doing it all over the next day. So it's crazy. When she came out to the Getty, because we had a warming, like we invited all our friends and family we have a collaboration with the Getty, and brought everybody out. She was crying, and she's like, I've seen you, Mio. Like just super proud. So yeah, I felt a sense of pride in order to showcase all that, you know, to my family and let them know, like, I know sometimes it may seem like it's crazy, but I know what I'm doing. You know, so.
You know, there's an actual study about like the first gen career dilemma of like, do I follow stability or do I follow my passion? And like, if you get to a good place, there's a Japanese term ikigai, and like where you reach kind of a place where you can live both, where like your passion is your stability. Did you feel like you were struggling with that, like at any point? Because I'm like hearing you coming from France, working at life insurance. I'm like, how like what was happening in your mind and your heart and your spirit during that time? Like you must have been like you needed something creative.
Yeah. No, it was crazy. It was an internal war going on, really, because you know I want to, you know, I see people my age or a little bit older, you know, teammates, peers of mine that did make it to the NFL and like did get this bread and like are living a lifestyle that in my head I'm supposed to be living. So I'm chasing the money. You know, I had a friend who was playing basketball overseas, and he was working at a life insurance company, and he was like, he's suited and booted. I'm seeing his stories and like pictures and all that, and I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? Put me on. I'm trying to make some bread or whatever. So he did. Started working there, and then I started seeing just like corporate, you know, the corporate life and the environment
for the
and
birds.
how crazy it is and toxic. And I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't for me at all. Like, I don't know what I got myself into. But ridiculously enough, I stuck it out for like 3 years. And then I'm like, okay.
For 3 years, wow.
3 years. I was
Shout
going
out.
crazy.
Shout
and I
out.
had to wear
Because you're such a
suits and stuff,
creative.
too.
I'm
Oh
like,
my
I can't
God.
even imagine you being in an environment where you can't express your creativity.
Dog, I started showing up to the office with no socks. A full suit and no socks on.
Yo, what?
Just to kind of be like, yo, I don't care about none of this, dog. Like, I'm got dress shoes on with no socks, like ankles showing.
Ojalá you don't do that anymore. Like,
nah, it was a political statement.
it was a political statement.
Yeah, crazy.
They probably did they notice?
Oh, of course.
Okay, they were like,
yeah. They were like, yo,
okay.
this guy, you gotta get this guy out of here.
Yeah,
So,
right.
you know, but it was, I don't know, I'm an artiste in that way, I guess.
An artiste.
Nah, I'm clowning. And then I'm like, all right, bet. Let me go find like this other sales job where I feel it's more my speed or whatever. So I did. It was a aftermarket car parts company, and I did that for a couple years. And then I got into the cannabis industry, and I was doing sales within like that industry. The last job that I was telling you I left, and I still figured out like everything is still corporate.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you spin it, regardless of how you dress it up, it's still going to be corporate.
Every industry.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
You decided to go, and it was time.
It was time to jump.
Yeah. Okay, so music.
Yeah.
I want to know when your music popped off, because I was listening to your music on the way here, and I was like, yo, this guy got bars. You know, I write poetry. I'm like, low-key, he needs to rap some of my poetry, because you have, I hate doing this. Like, I hate comparing someone to someone else. And what was crazy was I was trying to compare you to someone in my head, and I was like, I don't feel like I can compare him to anyone, because
thank you.
First of all, I don't know a lot of bilingual like rappers, hip hop artists. There's a few, but there's none that like feel like my flavor, because you because you have this like really dope ability to be like hella first gen in your music. Man. Like you kind of give me like that J. Cole vibe, but like you're not J. Cole. And you kind of give me this like Bad Bunny vibe, but you're not Bad Bunny. You're just speaking in both languages and in both like rhythms.
Man, thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Period.
Yeah, I mean, all I can do is give you my perspective.
Yeah.
You know? And crazy you mentioned both of those guys.
I mean, I love them both.
Huge influences. And you know,
really?
I started listening to J. Cole in like 2010.
The way J. Cole had a chokehold on me all through college.
Man.
Yo.
Real. Crazy.
Love
real.
him.
People got to go back and listen to all his prior mixtapes before he blew up. Friday Night Lights is actually one of my favorite. Yep. If not my favorite mixtape of all time. And that's a huge statement.
Your favorite mixtape of all time?
That's a huge statement.
Really?
You got to think of like...
That was the question I had.
Drought.
Who's your biggest influence?
You got to think of the Drought series. You got to think of, man, all the Fabs tapes. It's crazy. And we come from a mixtape era too. So we talking about Currency, Wiz, like incredible. But yeah, Friday Night Lights, it was that should have been his first album. And then Bad Bunny, obviously, he's been shout out to El Conejo, man, because that dude,
malo.
Like he's been able to bridge and make people who didn't understand the culture prior, at least want to understand it a little bit. You know,
and he doesn't shapeshift. Like he doesn't change who he is. Like
his growth has been incredible.
His growth has been incredible.
I wouldn't call it no shapeshifting. I would call it more maturing and like just growing, just naturally.
No, you're evolving with him.
Exactly.
And I feel like that. I mean, when I was listening to your music, it was giving me that vibe of like, just this is who he is. This is his vibe. Because I think a lot of people, it's what you're saying. Like people either create from a place of survival or they create from a place of like, I got something to say. Yeah. And it felt like that energy, like, oh, he got something to say. And his beats, I'm not even just saying this. I don't be giving out compliments just like that. I really do feel like your music is so unique to you. And it gives me like first gen vibes through and through.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
It feels like Cali first gen. I'm like, okay.
There we go.
Not me finding an artist, period.
That's love for real. And I appreciate it. And that's all I can do.
Was there one song in particular where you're like, oh, people really vibing with me? Or people really know who I am?
I would say En Lo Mío. That's probably like the first one where, I want to say the first one really. I can get into that too. That's super. The music game is very political as well.
Everything's political.
Like hip hop, you feel me? So, I've had to, try and make a name in that lane. Yeah. Myself, I've had to fight for a few things, too, when it comes to that. But I think
like what are you fighting for?
Respect.
Yeah.
You don't get respect as Latino artists.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, man, get out of here, dog. Like, we run
until
this.
you make it big, they're like, oh, I've always liked him.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, bet, it's cool. I'm gonna just have to, I'm gonna take it personal, and I'm gonna have to show you again.
Yeah.
But I think En Lo Mío was the first time where people's guard was down. For one, because it was in Spanish, and then two, because it was like a laid back flow, not too threatening, and it was like, oh, okay, bet, this is smooth. I like this. And I do appreciate you not saying I sounded like anybody, because
I was really trying to figure it out. I was like, what does he sound like? He don't really sound like nobody.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, I don't like comparing anybody to another artist because I think everyone has their own thing. And I mean, that's huge caliber, J. Cole and Bad Bunny. But you do give me their vibes in terms of like, you got something to say, your lyrics are good. And that's what I love about J. Cole. His lyrics are always like spot on. Yeah. And then Bad Bunny just has this vibe of like, he is who he is. Yeah, like it's authentic. So that's like the vibe. Like you just transmit that in your music and in everything that you do, from your fashion to like how you carry yourself. Like it's all creative expression. So do you feel like you finally got to a place where like I'm living in my creativity fully?
I think that's what I was saying earlier too.
Yeah.
Like being at this grown age, I'm like solid. We're not gonna try and fight anything. We're gonna be ourselves, and whatever is supposed to happen is gonna happen. Whoever's cool with it, beautiful. And whoever's not, that's fine too. We're just not for each other if you don't, if we can't vibe.
What do you pull from your culture? Like what in you feels like this is because of my Latino roots, I'm able to do X, Y, Z?
Well, again, I'm living the first gen experience. This is the immigrant experience. So resilience, finding a way to make it happen, unity, family, community. Having a sense to or a want, a need to represent, something that I've had to learn, because it's been dang near beaten out of me, or like attempted to be beaten out of me, because they want to
down to your name,
assimilate me down to my name, and that's what fucked me up even the craziest. I think that's why I spell my name different too.
I was gonna say, is it Bo? How do you say it?
B0ryan.
B0ryan.
Yeah, pero mis amigos en jugando fútbol me llamaban Bo.
Bo.
Like, hey, Bo.
Hey, Bo. That sounds like my family. Hey,
Bo. You feel me?
Literally.
Same thing. So it would be like, okay.
So, okay, I love it even more now.
I played with it. It
gives that Central American vibe. That's fire.
So I'm like, okay. And then Brian. So I'm like, nah, B0ryan.
B0ryan.
Yeah. And I put the 0 there too, because I don't know. Just they try to take my name away from me.
And it's reclaiming it. You know, you probably don't know this, but my name is Odalys Jasmine, and in school they didn't say my name right, so I wouldn't pay attention, and they'd tell my mom like, your daughter's not paying attention in class. She's like, that's so weird, she listens, like, what are you guys saying? And they're like, we call her by her name, and she's all talking to me, mijita, ¿qué pasó? And I was like, pues no me están llamando, ¿qué? And then she's like, pues, ¿qué te dicen? Odalys? No sé. And I'm like, oh, it's because you're saying my name wrong. They don't know how to say it. And so she goes back and she's like, just call her Jasmine. So my mom was trying to make it easier for them to like call me. And then I started paying attention, right? And so part of me reclaiming my Odalys is like, They try to take my name away. They try to take the Latina as name out of my name. So
that's why I love that this younger generation is very vocal about it too.
You know,
younger
generation.
They see, yo, chill out. Nah,
no, I don't count.
Nah, you're a millennial, man. You gotta relax.
I'm the last millennial, okay? Let it be known. Let it be known.
But they're more vocal about it now. They're like, nah, this is what I'm standing on it. Like, you better call me this. This is what I am.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And I love that you're doing that. I think about this episode I had on my podcast a while ago, and it was this guy. He was older, like grew up in the 60s, 70s in Texas, and he talks about like his the border crossing to Mexico, right? Not the other way around. And so he grew up in a border town where like his whole lineage was like having to unlearn Spanish or having to unlearn their culture. And he's like, listen, I did it all. My dad stopped speaking Spanish. He taught me to not speak Spanish. But he's like, then I would go to like a Latino spot and then he'd be like, a no sabo que, you know? And then he's like, what I learned is that you can take away my language. You can take away my name. They started to like call him something else. And he's like, but you can't take away my brown skin. You can't take away that people look at me different because I am different. And it's part of like that corporate environment of like, I'm just different. I don't belong here. And it's cool. It's cool that you don't belong. And that's why your art, again, feels so like creative self-expression because you're you. You're just like, I'm not trying to be like none of these places. Like, it is what it is.
Man.
Period.
I could have made that decision a long time ago to be like, nah, let me assimilate.
Yeah. It's easier to sometimes. It's easier to. Yeah. It's harder to go against the grain and choose like the path less taken.
Right.
But it's so much more like you attract people that are just so in your like element and alignment with you. Like it's so different. Did you feel that? Did you feel like when he started to just own you, like you attracted the right people?
I think the conversations I started to have was just like the best thing. Figuring out that people out there felt the same way.
Yeah, that you're not alone.
Yeah, because like this is exactly. I think I've subconsciously always known what I wanted to do. I just didn't necessarily know how to go about it. Because I've always been vocal. My family will tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm always fighting. I'm always like, and that's why I got in a lot of fights when I was a kid, because I'm going to speak up on it. Like, I'm not staying quiet no matter what, So, And I wanted to protect that. And I wanted to give, again, kids who maybe have a similar upbringing, something to feel like they're a part of. And I'm super proud of just everyone kind of like taking on that role now too, and wanting, to be represented, to represent themselves, to stand in unison, and speak up when things are wrong.
Yeah.
Because, we should do that. So
yeah.
I
have a game I want to play with you.
Bet.
I'm like, you're not gonna like that first question, but part of this podcast is really just like highlighting the culture, because we're not all one size fits all, right? We got all the sazon, we got all the pupusas, baleadas, we got all of it. And so part of it is just talking about culture. Okay. And you own it. So I have like a rapid fire. You ready?
Bet. Let's run it.
Okay, pupusas revuelta o queso con loroco? Or none?
Queso. Solo queso.
Sin loroco? ¿Y eso?
Pues me gusta ponerle salsita y curtido.
Oh, okay.
Me la como así.
I almost asked you pupusas or baleadas, but I was like, he's going to be biased.
No, pupusas. Shout out to Mama's Pupusas in Pomona. That's my grandma's spot. Go check it out.
Mama's, period. Mama's Pupusas.
Shameless plug.
Please, all the plugs. Okay, one Salvadorian saying that lives rent-free in your head.
No jodamos.
No jodas. No jodamos. West Coast or East Coast music and fashion sense? This might get you in trouble. You can separate those. Dang, music and fashion.
Yeah, that's a loaded question. I'm gonna be fully transparent. My favorite artist is Tupac, but the East Coast influence when we were growing up is insane, and I can't knock that. So I can't really. I'll say both.
Okay.
If we were doing, drink champs, I'll take a shot.
Not drink champs. I don't have a shot.
But fashion wise, West Coast, man. They try to say we can't dress, or we dress too laid back or whatever. Now we got our own style. We're not trying to do nothing else. So
you in front of two East Coasters right now.
Hey, that's cool. That's
Three.
Cool. I'm representing though.
West Coast.
West Coast.
What makes West Coast different than the East Coast, you think?
We don't have to put up with negative degree weather.
That's real. That's real. Your go-to hype song before a creative session?
Nip. Last time that I checked. Come on, man. Nip. Yeah. Shout out to Nipsey, man.
I do love that song.
R.I.P.
Favorite piece you've ever designed at Pirate?
Ooh. It'll have to be from the Castles collection, and it's gonna be No Enemies Show Love, and it's two angels with a heart in the middle. Because at the end of the day, like, the only op I really have is myself and my mentality. So if I'm able to overcome that, then it's over for everybody else.
Period.
Really.
Yeah.
So.
Dream collaboration, fashion or music? If you could partner with anyone in both those realms.
PG Lane. That covers everything.
Okay.
Fashion and music.
He said he knew. Describe Salvadorians in one word.
In one word?
Or in a phrase. I'll give it to you.
All right.
A sentence. It's that hard. He's like, I can't encapsulate.
Because that's a lot. So I'm thinking about everything.
What are you thinking about? I actually want to know what's in your head right now. What are you thinking of?
So I would say bicho or bicha.
Yeah.
But that's crazy now because that's a whole different thing in Puerto Rican.
Yeah. In Puerto Rican.
So
it's very Salvadorian, though.
It's super.
Super Salvadorian.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say resilient. Fighters. Yeah.
Salvador has been through a lot.
Been through a lot.
A lot. As a country.
Too much.
Way too much. And I'm glad to see that there's a little bit more peace now.
El Salvador del mundo.
El Salvador del mundo. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite Salvadorian saying?
I guess it would be the same thing, the whole lot, boss.
Yeah. Do you guys say casaca?
Casaca, yeah, we do.
Casaca, which means lie.
Yeah.
Or paja.
Paja.
Que paja vos.
Ese bicho pajero, no le crean nada.
Literally. First thing you do when you land in El Salvador, what are you doing?
Feeling like a celebrity at that exit.
Literally.
Everybody's waiting,
the
looking
whole
at
family.
you crazy.
Yeah.
And then all the vendedoras trying to sell you something.
Wait, what was it like when you were 8 years old the first time you went?
Yeah.
Do you remember that trip?
Yeah. Got out, felt like a celebrity, felt like I played professional soccer or something. Even acted like it, maybe had some a Walkman on or something. And then got picked up by family, rode in the back of a pickup truck like an hour, 2 hours, and then that was it. And then
wow.
I'm at somebody's crib,
right?
Eating great food and laughing and telling stories and beautiful.
That's my favorite part. Literally, just talking to your family. They could talk all day, all night. That's all they want to do.
Honestly, and it's the best, really, because
it is.
Yeah, you find out you have so much in common too. These are people that sometimes meeting for the first time. Mm-hmm. You know, and you're like,
I feel like I meet a primo every day.
Exactly. It's like, no, I'm like,
our
family, somos familia.
Fulano de fulana. Okay, bien. Beautiful. And then what's your last Salvador trip? When was the last time you went?
Last February.
Wow.
Yeah, I went 2 years in a row with my mom. The last one was with my mom and I alone.
Yeah.
And that was a vibe.
Was there a gap between you 8 years old and then you going?
Yeah, so 8, and then I went back when I was 13 actually. And y luego con las cosas de la Mara y todo eso, no regresé hasta 2023.
How was that?
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing the progress.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, this is beautiful. So happy for him.
Yeah, love that.
You know, and it's affected my family in both ways too.
Same way.
Because just.
It's okay if you don't want to go there.
No, so a lot of people got incarcerated and all that. So it's affected. It's been extremely beautiful. That business is able to thrive now and all that. And then some family members were affected because of other stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole conversation.
I know.
That's a whole conversation.
Like, do I want to go down this route right now?
Maybe not.
Yeah.
What's more stressful, a fashion drop or releasing new music?
I have partners with the brand, so for me personally, in a personal sense, I would say music.
What is it like? Is it like people gonna
God.
like it? Is it vulnerable? Like what's going through your head?
I feel like I'm just ripping my chest wide open whenever I'm releasing a music project. Yeah. I'm like, it's just so vulnerable.
Do you just press that? Like, do you hit publish and walk
away? And I'm
away?
also a perfectionist, so I'm like trying to figure out the right mix and the master on something, and I'm revising it. I think one of the songs I last mixed had like 20 versions of it, because that's how many times I had to edit it.
Oh wow.
Something sick in the head. And yeah. And it's just like, oh my God. I think I've gotten pretty good at it now. Now I'm just making my peace with it. I'm like, whatever. Once I submit it, I don't even think about it. I can't.
Yeah.
Because it's just the world's now. It's not mine. I did my part.
That's wild. That's some vulnerability. What's a first gen superpower you swear by?
First gen superpower. I'm gonna find a way to make this shit happen by any means possible. What? My parents walked days. They could have died. They could have fucking died, and they made it over here to give me a better life. I better make this shit happen. You're crazy. Nah.
That's
Let's
a clip
go.
right there. That's a clip. Okay, I want to ask you something, because when we talk about success as first gen kids, it's sometimes whatever's like put on us, right? Like, oh, success looks like buying a house, or it looks like stability, right? What did success look like for you growing up, and what does it mean to you now?
Success, what I thought success was growing up, owning a home, a couple nice whips. Yeah, I would have said that was success.
Material things,
material success, right? And then now, I would say before all the material success, being a healed person with a person equally as healed as my partner, raising and pouring into children who are going to be productive and nice, come from a home that feels love and are able to grow up in a comfortable enough environment to help them thrive as much as possible.
That's success to you now.
Yeah.
And you have that now.
But I still want the material success. Because
He's like, no, that didn't go away.
Because that, I mean, it's just personal. Like, it's just, I just want that. Like, it's, yeah.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
It's part of all of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Were there moments where you questioned that, where you're like, am I ever going to get there? How do I get there? Like, sometimes you talk about the highs, right? Like, oh, like I pushed through this challenge and that challenge, but like, we don't always talk about the lows, like the parts of us where like, it was tough and I had to climb myself back out of it, Yeah.
I've been scrappy and hustling since, my teenage years, finding ways to, buy my little vans or Air Forces with pro clubs and all that. So, naturally, like, I wanted to look good. I wanted to, be in something fly and, be presentable wherever I went. So having to understand that if I really want this dream, these goals to happen, that I have to sacrifice all that for the time being.
Yeah.
It was extremely hard, especially when you see people around you who are, starting to settle into their professions and doing well, earning good money and all that. You start looking at buying homes, you start looking at that like, wait, what am I really doing? Like, is it really worth it? Like, should I just say, fuck the dream and let me just settle for, Frank Ocean has a song where he talks about that.
Yeah. And what makes you, again, like what I see from your work is that you trust yourself a lot. Did that trust always, is that something you had to build? Like a muscle you had to build over time?
Yeah, definitely something I've had to practice. I think I've always ran towards things that scared me. Jumping off of my first diving board, I've gone skydiving 2 times. I don't know why I did it twice.
You better than me. Could never.
I was convinced the second time. But, just because, like, man, I'm going to do it. Like, like, I can't.
If you know what you want, you go after it.
Fear is crippling.
Yeah.
And if you let that win, that becomes a habit. So, I've just run.
What's been the scariest thing you've done in your entrepreneurial life or in your musical life?
Going all in. Leaving a stable job.
Yeah.
Where I was making decent money to not knowing where and when I was going to get paid again.
What's the best thing that came out of all that?
Me sitting right in front of you today.
Period. We love that.
I'm here. I survived.
Yeah.
And
you thriving.
Yeah.
Only up from here. I have 2 more questions for you. One is, I ask this question to everyone. What's one part of the culture you're carrying with you forever that you're like, I'm never letting go of? It's my superpower. Or it could just be something that you love. And what's one part that you're unlearning or redefining?
I always want to maintain that vulnerable, honest, and humble spirit. I think we have that, and if you slightly start to forget it, you better go back. You better go to Honduras. You better go to El Salvador, La Dominicana, República Dominicana, and Puerto Rico, wherever. Go tap back into that, because that's who we are. That's where we come from. And that's something I always want to carry with me. It's something I have to unlearn. Unfortunately, is all the trauma that, whether it was systemic or however it happened, but we live with that too. And we got to unlearn that. And that's what I'm saying. I want to pass on, you know, healed mentalities and love onto my seeds, because a lot of times the household, you know, we all grew up in our, at least, you know, from my personal experience, was chaotic and a lot going on. So,
very chaotic.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest of 7, so it was very chaotic.
Yeah.
And I just saw it all happen. And I actually had a question about that, because one thing that I read on was that we were talking about mental health for athletes.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, a Latino man talking about mental health is like unheard of. Or it's there, but it's like, it's gems. Like, you really don't find that often.
I think I'm gonna put you on blast, Dad.
But we love that. We love Papi.
No, of course. That's my dog. But sometimes I'm on the phone and I'm like, all right, bye. I love you. And like, he'll feel uncomfortable saying it back. And I'm like, dog, you gotta let go of that. Like, what are you talking about right now? Like, bro, it's, you know, you never know what could happen. Like, I'm gonna tell you that I love you because I love you. You're my pops, you know, whatever. But yeah, I think mental health in general as men is something that we need to be open about.
Yeah.
Because I keep having the same conversations with everyone around me.
Yeah.
You know, and we're all struggling with the same thing essentially. So yeah, man, let's just talk about it. You know, let's sit down and be vulnerable for a little bit. Doesn't have to be too long. We put a little 5-minute timer on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Or you can make music, make art.
You know,
That's vulnerability.
find a way.
Okay, so last question is, what do you want to manifest for our Latino community? I always do a brindis. I don't have anything for us to cheers. I have tea and water.
Okay.
But what do you want to cheers to, and what do you want to manifest for our comunidad, nuestra comunidad que nos está viendo?
Man, we are becoming the strongest buying power in this nation. We are the strongest community. Let's stick together. Let's continue to ideate, continue to build businesses, support each other, speak up when you need to speak up, and stand up for the people who can't stand up for themselves.
Bars. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is dope. You're dope.
Super dope. Appreciate it.
Thank y'all for listening.